Well, it's Uncommon Fossil Day, presenting the last, but certainly not least, of the upgraded starter decks. This is Mamoswine EX. I waited for this deck for last because Mamoswine EX is from the newest set, Journey Together, so having had no experience before these starter decks were released with Mamoswine EX, I wanted to just this is last because I just wanted the most time to kind of be prepared of how to work with this deck. So Mamoswine is a very nice Pokemon, 340 HP. It's a Stage 2 EX. 2 prizes, of course. 340, so it's tanky, right? Most Pokemon, these Stage 2s are 320, 330, sometimes 300 even. So it's a little bit more, right? Because there's a lot of decks built to hit like that 330 number, like the one-shot Charizard EX. And if that's what they're designed for, if they can't hit 340, then we're surviving a turn, an extra turn, and that's really good there. The attack is good too for 2 fighting energy, so only 2 energies. That's not bad. We have energy acceleration in this deck as well. Rumbling March attack does 180 plus 40 more for each Stage 2 on your bench. If you get 4 Stage 2s on your bench, then you're hitting 340, and you really don't need to hit above that. So the nice thing is we've only need 4 Stage 2s on the bench. We do have room for a non-Stage 2, so I'll let you know what that is shortly. You could probably guess what a basic EX would be that I would slap into most decks. It has the ability, Mamoswine EX, called Mammoth Hauler. Once during a turn, you may search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Just a great ability. Just helps set up your whole deck. Just great there. Okay, so it's a 4-2 line. 4-2-3 line of the Mamoswine EX. Okay, before it had this Qualiquava split line of Stage 2s, but going with a different approach, which I think is the better way to do it. One is Pidgeot EX. Pidgeot EX is awesome. It's a Stage 2. We're playing the Rare Candy, so a 2-1-2 Pidgeot EX line, right? Quick search lets you search your deck for 1 card every turn. So an awesome support Pokemon, right? What's in play, in some ways, it's the best support Pokemon in the game. So great there. And then playing for the others in the support Pokemon, which needs to be Stage 2s primarily, right, is Blaziken EX, a 2-1-2 line of this. And because we have the Blaziken EX from one of the other starter decks, so that's really good there. Really good that they did that, and it works really well with this. The Seething Spirit ability, once during your turn, you can attach a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon with a Qualiquava. You could accelerate from hand, but here we accelerate from the discard pile, which is better. And then it's higher HP, and we can attack with it because we do play a fighting energy. So for fire weakness, really, it's not the attack you want to go with. Neither is Pidgeot EX, but of course we can attack with that as well. But anyway, Blaziken EX just a really good setup Pokemon there. Then also keeping in the deck the Luxray Stage 2 Pokemon. We don't have the basic or the Stage 1, but it's got the Swelling Flash ability. Once during a turn, if this Pokemon is in your hand, you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, you may put this Pokemon onto your bench. So it goes directly from your hand to the bench when you're behind in prizes. So obviously we do play a Lightning Energy, so we can attack with it. It does give us a single prize attacker, as well as a lightning Pokemon to hit for lightning weakness. It does good damage, so we can set this up to attack with as well on occasion, but it also is just a way to quickly get 40 more damage down immediately. So really good in the deck. It was already there, so kept that. Like I said, we cut the Qualiquava line, so that freed up a bunch of deck space, which is good. And then we also added Fezandipiti EX. This is the basic EX, right? With Flip the Script, awesome ability. Perhaps the best ability in the game right now. I know I said Pidgeot EX is, and maybe it's a tough race between the two. Pidgeot EX only gets you 1 card, whatever card you want, which is actually probably better, but it's a Stage 2, right? Fezandipiti's not a basic. So when your Pokemon is knocked out during your opponent's last turn, then draw 3 cards. So just really helps you set up. So those are all the Pokemon in the deck there. Energy, made some adjustments there. Kept the Lightning Energy because we can attack with Luxray. I cut the basic fighting energies from 8 down to 6. Part of why we could do this is because Blaziken EX accelerates from the discard pile, so we don't need to have energies in hand as much. So we can cut down some energies, gives us some deck space there. And also added 1 fire energy so we can attack with Blaziken EX. So that's the changes there. The energies gave us a little more deck space, which is good. Going through the trainers here, obviously what's in the deck and what I changed here. So I'll just kind of walk through an order. So Defiance Band is a new card. We're playing for Arven, so which I increased, but I'll get to that in a second. So just you do 30 more damage if you're behind on prizes. So good there. Kept in the Big Air Balloon, a tool stage 2s have no retreat cost, because I didn't mention it, I don't think, but the Mamoswine's retreat cost is 4, and that's not good if you want to get them out of the active. So Big Air Balloon, and you can have free retreat. One added counter catcher. This is the other trainer I've added. Right, it's a gusting card as long as you're behind on prizes on an item. Kept the 2 bosses in deck, really good. Kept the 4 Ionos. Arven went from 3 copies to 4, partly because we have deck space, and also because Arven is really, really, really good, honestly. I'd rather have 4 Arven than 4 Iono in this deck, so I think 4 Arven was just kind of a guarantee. Playing 1 Technical Machine Evolution, right? You know what that does. Actually, I'll just go over it because this is kind of new player focus. So if you don't, first off, the technical machines they're all tool cards, which is a type of trainer. Obviously, they attach to your Pokemon, and then your Pokemon can, with the technical machines, use the attack on the card. The one thing, typically tools stay attached to the Pokemon as long as the Pokemon is in play, but in this case, at the end of your turn, you discard the technical machine from the Pokemon. So only attach the technical machine card on the turn you want to play it. With most other tools, you can attach it early when it's in your hand. So if you get Iono'd, it's in play. But with the TM Evolution card, if you attach it, don't use it that turn, it's gone for game. So keep that in mind. Although also, once you get to the point you don't need the technical machine in play anymore, just attach it to a Pokemon, get it out of there, so it can't get reshuffled back in your deck, and you don't have a dead card in your deck. So those are just points with the TM Evolution, but a good card in the deck. Play 1 Super Rod that was already in the deck. Playing the 1 Colress is Tenacity. Lets us search for a stadium and an energy. And because we've kept, the reason why Colress is still here is because I've kept Grand Tree as the A spec. There's an alternate A spec at the end of the video. I'll do some gameplay after this description, and then I will talk about some possible upgrades. So there is a different A spec I would recommend if you already have it or want to spend some resources to craft it. But Grand Tree is good in this deck. You take once during each player's turn, the player may search their deck for a stage 1 Pokemon that evolves from one of their basic Pokemon. So you have to have a basic Pokemon in play, and it goes from a basic to a stage 1, and then if assuming you did that, then you can look immediately for the stage 2. So you're going from basic to stage 2 all in one turn. So it's kind of like a rare candy in a sense. You can't evolve the turn the basic was put into play, so that rule stays, but you get this double evolution, and it makes sense. Look, it's an A spec, right? This is like instead of a card like Prime Catcher that's super strong, so it makes sense that this is pretty strong as well. Buddy-Buddy Poffin 4 copies of this because we need to get these basic Pokemon in play. 4 Ultra Balls. We need a bunch of evolutions. We need to get search for Fezandipiti, so it's just a good card there. Kept the counter catcher. The Rock Chestplate in the deck. Sorry, another tool card. Your fighting Pokemon take 30 less damage from attack. So we're 340 HP. So now it takes 370 if to one shot our Mamoswine. So that's even getting super tanky here. Rare Candy, 4 copies. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that was what was in the deck, so kept that. And the Earthen Vessel, kept that in the deck. So the cards I removed from the deck, by the way, is the Artisan, and partly because I removed the Artisan. I don't think we need that. Grand Tree is the stage we want to play, so we don't need the Artisan. And then it had an energy retrieval, which made sense before when the Quavel that needed energies to accelerate from hand, but now we're accelerating for the discard pile, so energies are either in the discard pile or in the deck. We don't need energies in hand as much now, so cutting the energy retrieval made sense. So definitely an upgraded deck. It is working better. So let's go take a look at the list in action. All right, let's see what happens here. This has been a tough go trying to record this video. And I do think this deck is better than this. It's just not. It's really bricking badly. And I don't think it's just my decision making. Sometimes I'm playing decks wrongly. I think I'm playing it fine. We'll see. Look, what happened is partly I just reached Arceus League, or Master League, sorry, since I renamed it, which is the better name. Okay, so am I first or second, by the way? Guess it doesn't. I'll promote him. Okay. I'm not certain about. We'll see what I'm up against here, right? I get a mulligan. Okay, so they're playing Grand Tree as well. Oh, okay, so up against the mirror type match. Now, their deck's probably a little better than mine because mine is strictly free to build. So took a lot of mulligans. Okay, I'm liking that. So up against into the mirror here, liking that a lot. So I can really just set stuff up here, right? It's like exactly how do I want to play this game, right? That's what I want to do here. So definitely want to Pidgey down. It's not bad actually, right? Blaziken. I guess I want. Do I need another? Just do this. I'll attach active, and I think I can start swinging next turn. We'll see. I have a huge hand to start, of course, the game, of course. So I have Ultra Ball, I have Rare Candy, I have Arven. I mean, it's just a great starting hand. It's well, I mean, because what they took a lot of mulligans, right? Was it like 6 or something? So they're just calling for family. So, and so in the mirror, and I got the much. Okay, so they're playing a little bit different build, which is fine. So I will Ultra Ball. I'm going to assume, like, I'm going to get up on prizes. I'm going to assume I don't need Defiance Band here. Let's just take a look. Actually, if I get, did I bench anything? No. Okay, so if as long as I have another Rare Candy in deck, I think I want to get. I'll grab the Pidgey. Actually. Because I could Pidgey, I Rare Candy for him. I've got the Arven here, which is great. So now I will Arven for a Rare Candy. Right, Rare Candy and a tool. I'll grab, yeah, I'll make myself tanky. Why not do that? I will grab the Mamoswine here, evolve into myself, right? So... Right, I was just I just trying to figure out the best way to do this. Obviously, getting the Pidgeot EX in play is good. Evolving him. Whoops, trying to. I know sometimes the selecting is a little. I don't know. Visually, it's weird what's selected versus what's not selected. So I want to get him evolved, and I want to get. I want the Torchic evolved, right? Get him going too. So this is going quite nicely. I attack, attach my energy, attach this, and yeah. So I take a prize. I go ahead, and I'm in a nice spot here. So yeah, this is good. If they play the old Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, I am in a bit of a trouble. I've got to attack with my stage 1s then, right? That's what I'm down to. And that's where I'm very vulnerable to that. Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon is pretty crushing to this deck. Okay, so getting a couple of those guys down. And, okay. So they're getting Pidgeot EX set up, so that's good for them. You know, not benching the Fezandipiti yet, so I evolve to a Mamoswine. And then with my, I'll have to think this whole thing through here. Maybe I grab a Rare Candy. I think there's another Rare Candy in deck, and then I can evolve to another Mamoswine, and then I can start evolve the Blaziken. And I guess I probably want to get another Basic and play that I can evolve as well. I just want to start to. You know, I want to be able to one-shot their Mamoswines. That's my goal here, right? So, see what they do here. My opponent's in trouble. Obviously, I got a much better start than them. There's no two ways about that. So, they're going to Team Evolution. If they Team Evolution, I would love to knock out a Mamoswine EX. So then the question is, can I get my bench energy retrieval? Okay, so... Okay. I mean, was that so? Okay. Well, okay. Well, this is obviously I'm beating them up very badly. So don't attack yet. I need to set up my bench. So grab my stage 2, and let's see. I do have Rare Candy. So get you in play. Do I want to Iono? I don't think I want to Iono. My opponent's not doing anything, right? So I want to grab... Rare Candy. My last Rare Candy, but that's okay. That's okay. Grab a Mamoswine here. Evolve into you. I mean, I'm now doing 300. I will get to 340. Question is, I would like to get... Maybe I slap down this Pidgey, because I really would like to be able to... Because if my active's knocked out, let's say they can pull that off, which I don't believe there's any way they can. And I'll just attack. So I'm up to 340 and ready to get another guy set up, right? But my thought is the second Pidgeotto EX isn't very useful, but it's fine, right? I'm not going to be able to play Luxray. It doesn't look like this game. Fezandipiti I'll put down if I'm knocked out, but I don't need Fezandipiti down yet. Like I don't know if I said that in the setup. So so Fezandipiti, right? If I get knocked out, I want to be able to play Fezandipiti. So, but it's okay filling up the bench now because the Fezandipiti is not useful until I'm knocked out. In which case, there's always a bench space open, and I don't need to play Fezandipiti early because I have Mamoswine. In fact, I have 3 Mamoswine. They're not taking out all 3 Mamoswine, right? So they're either gonna. So if they take out a Mamos, so if they knock me out, I have Fezandipiti in hand, I can play on the bench. If they knock me out and Fezandipiti is in the deck, I have Mamoswine, I get them back. So it's not a big deal. So generally, the only thing it limits, if I have to use my Mamoswine to get the Fezandipiti, then I can't use that Mamoswine for some other card, but usually that's okay. And obviously, I'm in crazy setup. So now I think my opponent stopped playing. So let's see if they do something. And what I'm going to do is my opponent has actually stopped playing. I'm going to just cut to the end of the game probably because there's no point just watching, staring at the screen until the game decides that it's done. All right, and there we go. Got the win because my opponent didn't do anything. Unfortunately, we're recording videos today. I'm struggling to set up, or the deck is working and I'm winning, and my opponents aren't playing. Stop playing mid-game, which is this one here. But anyway, you know, you saw the first half of the deck set up, and then was in a really unbeatable position. All right, hopefully get a nice game here. Hopefully the Mamoswine deck works and sets up okay. And hopefully my opponent keeps playing, because so far it's either been I haven't set up and I've gotten rolled over, or I've set up, I've gotten ahead, and my opponent stops playing. And again, they don't concede; they just stop playing the game. I don't get that. I mean, that is a problem. I guess it's a problem with all games, but it's definitely a problem. You know, more for I don't understand the mindset, honestly. All right. Okay, not terrible. Am I first or second, by the way? I'm second. So the problem is, if I get Team Evolution, I am in awesome shape, right? If I don't get Team Evolution, well, I'm not doing much. So up against a good deck here, Archaludon, which is very good. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what it is, and I'll see what they're playing it with. Is it just Archaludon with something else? Hopzachian or something. I don't know. We'll see. Archaludon's a great Pokemon, so both its attack, its ability. See what they're doing here. I don't know. This could be the Hops deck from the Battle Pass too, right? So we'll see. So Hopzachian. So this could, right? Because these are the sleeves that you get with the Battle Pass deck and stuff. So it always goes by type. So okay, so they're gonna knock me out, which isn't the worst thing in the world. right, what do I want to do here? I think I need to get... okay, I'll assume they're going to knock out the active. But I have a... Okay, I'm going to get down Swinub. I also had a game like with my Buddy-Buddy Poffin who wouldn't let me get my Pidgey and stuff. It's just been one of those days, is what I'd say. And that's not a good thing. And I'll just end turn here. Not going to bench my stadium because it might get bumped, or, you know, and my opponent could use it too, which I don't want my opponent using it. Although, okay, so it's looking like it's, excuse me. Oh, sorry, a little bit of a yawn there, but okay, so they just poked me for 30. They didn't knock me out, which is a bit annoying. But I can, what do I do here? It's a good question. What do I do here? So, well, I need to get going here, right? I need to start setting up. I'm not liking the situation. All right, so, do I want to get, I guess I get the Pidgeot EX in play, because that's just really good to do, right? And then I will... I could Rare Candy. Do I need color? What do I need to do here? So... I don't want to, like Iono. I guess Colress Tenacity is not great for me at this point. If I get Rare Candy, I guess I get a Rare Candy and just start setting up. I don't have energy yet, but that's okay. I'll ditch the Colress Tenacity. I will evolve into Mamoswine. I mean, I'm not attacking this turn, obviously, so, but I will, and I'll evolve. Let's see. Do I want to evolve the Swinub, or do I want to get another basic in play? 180, 40, 40, 80, so, yeah, okay. So that, I just want to make sure I can one-shot the Zacian EX, right? That's my thought right now. So I'll drop down the stage 1 there. I don't have energy acceleration, but I think I can make that work. Okay, so it's not terrible. I won't boss. I'll just end turn there. So, the Archaludon is metal, is fire weak, so the Blaziken could be useful. Blaziken will one shot him, but so will the Mamoswine once I get going. So I'm very much in the setup stage, but not bad. I got Pidgeot EX. I have Mamoswine. I'm ready to start swinging, hopefully, probably next turn. I assume they're going to knock me out. Knocking me out's a bit, you know, in one sense, they're in a bad spot. It looks like to me. Yeah. I mean, they have Grand Tree, so which they chose not to use last turn, right? Or did they, maybe they didn't have it that turn, right? Is this just their second turn, now that I think about it? Yeah, so they couldn't use it last turn. So are they going to attack? They're just going to sit there. Okay, so they take the prize. I knock them out. That's nice and easy there. What do I want to do here? I have boss. How much damage am I doing, by the way? Maybe I take the 2 prizes this turn. So let me see. I just got to, I'm doing 220, so that's not enough. That is not enough. Okay. Oh, no. It's okay, because I grab a Mamoswine. That's right. Use his ability. It's okay. Now I'm doing 260. And I'll grab the energy because I have boss. I drew boss in the hand, so that, which is really nice there. I don't. Okay. Fortunately, the combustion's in hand. I don't love that, but because I can't use Grand Tree with the combustion in hand, but that's okay. So I'll take 2 prizes here. We'll see what my opponent does. That could be game over once that happens. Let's see. Grab the energy, play the boss, take 2 prizes, right? It works out quite nicely. So just beating up my opponent here. A pretty good setup. And, whoops, click my Pokemon, not theirs. I'm doing 260, so because it's a basic, it doesn't have huge HP, so I am able to take 2 prizes. And my opponent concedes, which makes sense. I mean, they weren't liking their situation. I went up by 2 prizes, so I had Pidgeot EX in play, so I was going to really just kind of beat them up as the way things were looking. So, you know, so didn't set up quite as fast as I like, but set up a lot faster than my opponent. All right, jumping back into ranked, this time into Arceus League. Just feeling a little more confident because I got a couple wins in the casual mode. Although I don't know the decks they weren't necessarily terrible decks or anything that I was up against. So, you know, casual. So we'll see how it goes. The Master League or Arceus League has been rough for me today. So we'll see. I just got here, honestly, right before starting to record for this video. Okay, let me drag in there. Let's see what happens. Hopefully the game works well too. I've had the game has glitched a little bit. So unfair stamp, so that's what they're playing there. So it's going to be a bit annoying. So if it's a wall deck, I'm going to lose. Okay, let me just tell you that. Could be a poison donk deck as well. What do I want to do here? I'll play these 2 cards, I guess. Yeah, I'll do this. I'm a little. I'm gonna attach to the active. Hopefully, I don't get donked. So the question was, do I want to get a basic, the fire guy, the what do you call him? The Torchic, maybe. Right, in which case do I? Because if I'm getting knocked out, I have to have a second Swine Hub in play. And in which case, I probably wouldn't have played the Pidgey. But I like Pidgey, right? Pidgey IDX is awesome. The question then becomes, where do I attach my energy? Does my energy go on my active or the bench? If they knock out my active Pokemon, which they might do, then so they can do they're doing 60 right now. They don't knock me out, right? So that's. Oh, they do 90. That's right. They do 90. That's bad news. Okay. Well, all right, I have TM Evolution. That's right, because the Snorlax boosts their damage. All right. Arven. Let me Buddy-Buddy Poffin here. I need to set up the bench is what needs to happen. I don't know that this is going to be good enough, but, you know, it is what it is, right? So, I need to get a little lucky here, or a lot lucky here. So I guess yeah, so I'm in a hole. So I'll evolve these. I hope the stage 1s are in deck, honestly, because and they are. So, okay, so we'll see what happens. I'm behind the game, right? So we'll see. I'm not, obviously, I'm in a significant disadvantage here. They're going to take another prize. And we'll see what happens here, right? We'll see what happens. It's not great. It's kind of terrible where I'm at now, I guess. But, you know, we'll see. See what happens. Can I one-shot them? That's the question, right? 1, 2, 3. I don't think so. Oh, the problem is if I don't... Okay, so I'm going to have to Rare Candy into... All right, I mean, I gotta take 2 prizes here. That's the way I look at it. I have to take 2 prizes. If I don't, it's just a loss. So I'm gonna ditch these stage 1s because I need to rare candy him. So anyway, I'm gonna grab them. I'll grab this guy, I guess, first. Then I'm gonna Iono. Whoops, I don't need to emote. I'll attach the tool, might as well. Make myself tankier. I need to hit something. I need multiple pieces off the Iono, I think. So I got Fezandipiti, though. Fezandipiti's good. So bench Fezandipiti, I can get rare candy there. So let me just say, okay, I might need the rod. I'm not certain, so I'm gonna grab the Mamoswine. Because I want a Fezandipiti here, right? I want to Fezandipiti. I have Blaziken, so that's good too. What's my damage level right now? Okay, that's not bad. So I'm gonna need energy though, aren't I? Gonna need energy. Okay, so let me thin the deck out. Let me drop him. Yeah. Just thinning. I need an energy and that will get me what I need, or rare candy. I got rare candy. Rare candy is good. So now I can rare candy here. Oh, did I grab the wrong Pokemon? I meant to grab the basic. I grabbed the Mamoswine, didn't I? And that was really stupid of me. Really stupid of me. Okay, well, I got to live with that. So that was really dumb, didn't I? I meant to grab the basic for the Mamoswine, right? Grab the basic for the Mamoswine. But we'll see. Can I pull this off? I mean, that was really stupid of me. Really I do get the knockout, but it puts me behind, right? For sure. So I do one-shot them. So we'll see what happens. See what happens. They're a basic attacking Pokemon. Can they... Let's see if they... Well, could they one-shot me? Or two-shot me at this point, I guess. I don't know if it's one-shot. So, I mean, that was a big mess-up, not getting the basic into play. I grabbed the stage 2. I can't believe that. That was really, really awful. Yeah, that was huge. So anyway, they got the pivot in the active spot. So they can attack with Cramorant. The nice thing there is I can gust up the Fezandipiti. There's a decent chance that's what happens. So they're going to play the Iono, I guess. So they're going to Cramorant. Probably Iono. Oh, they're going to Arven. Okay. If they're going to Iono, they should have Iono before the switch, just in case they see something and want to change up what they do, right? It's always... like, because you can always retreat into Hop's Cramorant after you Iono, so you'd want to Iono first, see what cards you get. So Arven, okay, that's fine. Oh, they need to attack with that. So anyway, it was really stupid on my part, but I think it was a big mistake, but I do think it's recoverable. So I grabbed ball. I think I snag a boss, right? Take out the Fezandipiti. That's what I want to do. Take out their engine. Plus, then the hops can't attack as well, right? So that part's really good. So get him down, which I should have done last turn. Okay, I don't have the stage 1, so I'm gonna have to rare candy, which I don't love that. So I will grab a boss. Boss is good. So I will boss. I will use, let's see what I have for energies in the discard pile, by the way. I will put a fire energy onto the Blaziken. Because the Blaziken's a good threat this game too. If they bring the Zacian into play, then I blow him up. All right, so do I want to? Let's think. 1, 2. The rod's kind of good, but I will wait on that. 1, 2. Just gonna attack here, I guess. Okay. I was trying to think, should I play the Pidgey? That was my other question, right? I could have played the Pidgey. So okay. So how's it going? I mean, that one I should have had the Swine Hub should be evolved past the basic stage. That's a big mistake, and it could come back to bite me. Oh, well, that's really good for me. So, I mean, that's really good for me. Okay, so Iono. Okay, I mean, I can accelerate an energy defense. They don't knock out my Pheasant, or do they? Maybe they knock out the Fezandipiti. Okay. So, I've got to think this through a little bit. Oh, the Blaziken can attack for does 200, so he'll take a prize actually, right? So we'll see what I get in what I'll promote him. They might win the game now, unfortunately. Unfortunately, my opponent might win. I don't really want to lose. But it could be the case. Okay, so Mamoswine. What do I have for energy here, by the way? Grab the Mamoswine, because I can rare candy there, right? So, and I need to okay, they can Iron Bundle. Which isn't terrible for me, I don't think. So I'll slap down a Torchic, I guess. I want to have a single prize Pokemon. If they Iron Bundle, I want to have a single prize guy that I can... So I need to attach 2 energy. Actually, this is a little awkward. I can't use the Torchic, can I? I need to... Or maybe I just do this. I'll make this my play. I'm going to attack with Blaziken. This is okay. So, I'll slap down the Torchic. They win with Boss, I'm pretty sure here, right? I'm pretty sure they win with Boss. Gotta think this through. Maybe I Iono this turn, though. Do I have Iono in deck? Yeah, I want to hurt them. I want to hurt them. So reduce the odds that they can pull off their turn, right? That's my thought here. So yeah, so this, right, just get their hand nice and small. I should have waited to retreat. Like that was a mistake. I should, if I was going to play the Iono, I should have waited to do the switch. I tell the other players, I should have thought, just waited. But it's partly just trying to think as I'm playing through the turn too. So counter catcher's no good because I'm down to 1 prize. So I can't attack next turn, but retreat cost is 2, so I can retreat to the bench. If they can gust up the Mamoswine, they will win the game possibly. Well, right now they can't attack either. The reason, look, I wanted to bench the Torchic because let me just make sure I have energy. I don't have energy in the discard pile, though, do I? But that's okay. My Pidgeot can get him out. So I can't lose this turn with Torchic, right? That's the idea. Torchic. And they reset my Blaziken as well. So I need to get to the bench. I need to get an energy. But I have Colress Tenacity. I have Pidgeot EX, right? So... so they haven't played a supporter yet, right? So they need Boss for game, right? They need Boss, which, so they're just going to hit into me 90. What are they? Okay, so I just I mean, I just attack with Blaziken, right? There's no reason not to, because he blows them up, right? I have the retreat cost paid as well, so, and I, I've got what I need. So, opponent concedes, so they attacked just, just for the sake of attacking, which is fine. It didn't take that long, I guess. So anyway, got the win there. Was able to make a few, one. The game worked pretty well. What I will say, the one decision that I think was useful. I mean, I made a mistake during that game for sure, not to deny that. But getting that single prize Pokemon on the bench at the end of the game meant that when they hyper blowered, which I saw the Iron Bundle on the bench there, meant they could gust up a one prize. They needed two prizes to win the game. So just a little bit of board state awareness there was helpful. It's not like that was like a super high level play, but the type of things you want to be thinking through. So the deck worked well. So let me give a few comments on the deck, state of the deck, and how it might be improved. All right, so general thoughts on the deck. First off, Mamoswine is pretty good. Look, first, I love the Mammoth Holler ability. Searching your deck for any Pokemon is great. So, really good. So that, plus you get the Pidgeot EX, plus you get the Blaziken, so 3 energies, really good. The damage ramps up. You need to get your Stage 2 set up quickly. So that's the downside. So the deck's a little inconsistent the way it is. There's a couple cards that the deck needs to be better. And I think you definitely want to spend the resources to get it. First and foremost, on the energy side, you want to get... let me show all here. Reversal energy, special energy. It's not that. It's 100 trainer points to craft, so cheap there. It only works on non-rule box Pokemon, so you're really good on evolution. So attach it to anything. You can use it for your stage 1 as well, Pokemon, but really it's primarily here for the Luxray, which goes into play, and then you can slap on the reversal energy, which you can get with your Pidgeot EX. So just one copy of reversal I would put in the deck, and I would cut the lightning energy to make room for that, because I think the reversal is better. You can only attack once with it then, but it's okay. Now, reversal only works when you're behind a prizes, so in theory you could still keep the lightning, but generally reversal is what I would want in the deck. The other thing what the deck needs, two things. It needs a second copy of Team Evolution. I very strongly believe in that. It's super cheap to craft. You maybe already have it, so just put that in the deck. Again, this deck build was only using the cards in the starter decks, no additional copies. So craft the second Team Evolution, put that in the deck. It will be better. And then the other thing I would say, and then once you put that, the Team Evolution in the deck goes second, not first, by the way. That's I'll say. And then the ace spec. I'm playing Grand Tree. It's okay in the deck, but the card that's better is Precious Trolley. That's what people are generally playing with it. I'll call it up here so you can see what it says. Precious Trolley. Search your deck for a number of basic Pokemon, put them onto your bench. So it really does help you set up, because you need to flood your bench with a whole bunch of Pokemon. So you're going to cut, if you need deck space, cut a Buddy-Buddy Poffin for it. But also you have to cut Grand Tree for it. And then the other thing is, once you cut Grand Tree in the deck, then you want to cut Colress Tenacity, because without the stadium to search for, Colress Tenacity is kind of is not very helpful card. So Precious Trolley replaces Grand Tree as well as Colress Tenacity. And then you want to add Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. I would say generally people are playing that in the deck, and it's a really good card. You cannot attack with it because we don't have any fighting energies. You could put it in the deck, honestly. If you put the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, you might put a fighting energy. No, you'll be playing fighting energy. What am I? I'm being stupid there. So you have the fighting energy. You can attack with it, obviously. You can power it up in one turn because we have the Blaziken EX. It does 140, hits through effects, which is good, and then it's a walling thing, which is actually like an auto loss to this deck and certain others. Prevent all damage from attacks done this Pokemon by opponent's Pokemon that have an ability. So, like with this deck, if you see that get into play, what can we attack with? Not Blaziken, not Mamoswine, not Pidgeot, not Fezandipiti, not Luxray. We can attack with our Stage 1 Pidgeotto, does 20. We can attack with our Stage 1 Combusken, does 50. That's, I think, the best attacker there. We can attack with or the Stage 1 Piloswine does 50. So we're which isn't great, right? So plus Mimikyu is tough for this deck as well. So putting in the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpons means we can deal with Mimikyu. It means we can also deal with the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpons, and it causes a lot of trouble. So you should put a copy of that in the deck as well. So those are the changes: Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, Precious Trolley, a second Team Evolution, and Reversal Energy. and you'll take the deck from, it's a good deck now, and you can take it to like kind of a high level, or I don't think Mamoswine is a top deck, but you'll make it at kind of at Mamoswine EX as good as it can be, and I do think it is a solid Pokemon that does a lot of damage, and possibly in the future it might even become a better deck once we have the Mega Pokemon to play, because Mamoswine can climb a little higher in damage than some of these other decks, and that's going to become a big point down the road once the Mega Pokemon come out, which are going to have higher HP. So it's a fun deck for sure. I'd say give it a try, have fun, take care, and play some Pokemon TCG.